In this episode, we have two major issues to fix so we can move the boat with the arrival of our friends Sonja and James. First, our portside engine instrument panel has no power, and secondly, our watermaker needs to be able to make drinkable water.
Hey guys, I want to take you down a little journey with an electrical issue that we have had ever since we had the boat. We have had a alternator or battery light going off. Nobody, even our electrician that put in the system, could find out what was the matter. And we also had the alarm go off. So I just unplugged the alarm and we just put up with that battery light. Anyway, we kicked that can down the road, as is the case with mysterious things. A guy that we hired in Bocas del Toros, he said it was probably in the harness for the engine, but he just said, I hate to do that kind of work. I'm not going to do it. You have to do it. Anyway, kicked that can down the road and we get to Tahiti and we are unable to start the engine. And we've got friends coming and we want to move to Moorea and our engine's not working. So that, along with some other things we were working on, needed to get all that stuff fixed. We also had a yanmar instrument panel on the way because it had gotten cracked and it was just super trash. So $450 later, can you believe it? A 3-generation later instrument panel. Rudy, who is an electrician in Tahiti, he has his own business, and he came over. This is Rudy right here. He does anything to do with electrical, especially on a boat, and he builds solar systems, lithium systems, that type of thing. Yep. And he is here to help me because I've run out of options. So we found out we don't have power, testing where the red wires come in. That's where the power's coming from the boat. So that means the problem's downstream. So what Rudy's gonna do now is take out the starboard engine panel just like this. And we're gonna compare the values between what he's measuring here and this one works over here. And then hopefully that's gonna help us in the diagnosis. So we have 13.3.
This is the main that's coming from the battery, and then you have here two, and one of them is going to.
And I think because so that's the harness that's going to the panel.
This one has power here. We found that out, and this is sensors like the oil pressure and.
Not very loud, but
No, you hear it?
yeah, I hear it.
When I want to see which wire is going where,
Right.
then I just take this one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to find out where I have the continue. So
Okay.
when you have the beep, then you have one wire that you say, hey, that's the one I want.
Okay.
So I want to know that this one was connected here, what I said to you, that here is the power coming from, and
Okay.
that is this wire.
I've never done this before. Ladies and gentlemen, this is advanced technique. Do not try this at home.
It's not the advanced, it's just...
Interesting.
Whoa, yeah. So we know
So
now,
we just about started the engine there.
Yeah, this we know now that this one is ground.
Is okay.
And this is the positive, and this is the one who has to be connected to start the engine.
Okay.
So when you connect this, when you notice instead of do it with a screwdriver starting the engine, when you just make a switch, here you are activating the relay.
Okay.
That's what you're doing with the screwdriver. It's just a lot of sparks and and go.
Yeah. Okay.
But when you do here, when you put here a little switch over, a lot of mechanics do that by themselves. When they are working on engine and they want to just to push the engine a little bit and tick tick tick, and then they do that like that.
Man, you're like a blind person.
Exactly. Now we're borrowing power from one side to the other side.
Real deal. See if this will start it. Do I need to plug this back in? I need to plug this back in, don't I?
Yeah.
Good?
I have power.
Oh, wow. Oh, you started it.
Yeah. But you know, I don't have the power on the panel.
Right.
because I don't have the feedback on that.
He used his multimeter and poked little holes, testing each one of these signal wires. Now, these signal wires just carry a signal. They're really small, and they don't actually carry power. And we found a lot of corrosion. He cut out the corrosion. It's a lot of work, and getting down there in the engine compartment. This guy does not give up. Anyway, got the new panel in, and everything starts, and the alternator light and the alarm don't go off. Plus, we've got a new panel, got a new alarm in there, and so problem is solved. So sometimes you just have to get a new item and combine it with another fix in order to finally solve the problem. So real happy about that.
Oh, it's so good to see blue sky today. It's been almost a week where we haven't had sunshine, blue skies. It's been raining nonstop, big winds. So it's really good that this seems to be over. And the best news of the day is we are going to pick up our friends James and Sonja from the airport. They have just flown in from Texas. I have known Sonja for almost 25 years. I met her family when I lived in Milan, and we have been friends ever since. And James, her husband, is here, and we got to know them together as a couple when we lived in Houston with them. So we are so excited that they're here, and I'm really hoping this rainstorm that's right over Tahiti is not going to hit us or them when they get out of the taxi. This is the private little harbor for employees of the airport, and we love it because it's just a 2-minute dinghy ride from our boats. We get to pull in here, and our friends, whoever flies in, can just get a taxi from the airport here. It's just a couple of minutes ride. Unfortunately, it's a $20 fee, believe it or not, for just a mile, but that's what they charge. And look how clean it is. It's amazing. Anyway, super convenient, especially on a day where it could rain and get us all completely soaked, as well as luggage. So we're very thankful to have this. So you can see the anchorage right out there. Pretty cool. They let you do this any time of day or night. You're not allowed to walk over here from the airport. That would be this road, because this is considered restricted area, but you can take a taxi. Ooh, I hope this gate is open. Let's find out. Whoa! And you get to see flights take off. How cool is that? Woohoo! Wow. The critical piece.
Water world. Watch me fall into the water right here.
Nah, I'm holding it. I'm holding it.
Everybody knows how to swim, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right.
This bag is all rope, I think.
Wow.
So
And there's more in another bag, but
Wow.
the bigger, thicker one's in another
I
bag.
know, this was so
So,
heavy.
oh, this is amazing. I'm so
Oh, there's the windows.
I don't know, you guys might be getting our best mule award this year.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Oh, look at those windows. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
Sprouts.
Beautiful.
Hope you don't need those.
Yeah, right. For emergencies
Gorilla
only.
sticks.
Oh yeah, the glue
Oh
gun.
my
Nice.
goodness. Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes. Oh.
This is my-
I'm
Wow.
telling you, having the right tools.
So my
Makes
socks there. Oh, you're
all the
Oh man, is this all ours?
Yep.
Look at all this.
Amazing. Mwah.
Man,
Mwah, Marine, you're all-
look at all of this stuff. Wow. Today's a big day for me. 2 weeks ago, I had my surgery on my back, and I have not been able to go in the water for 2 weeks. And now I'm going to get my stitches removed, and then I will be able to get back in the water. So Brown is gonna remove my stitches. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it all goes well. We'll see.
Tell me if I'm getting your skin.
I'll tell you.
That one's out.
Two's out?
Boy, they come out so easy.
Yay, all the stitches are out. Brown did a great job and no pain. So now, well, I was gonna go swimming today, but I think I'm gonna give it a day and go tomorrow instead. Let the holes from the stitches close up a bit. But they're out.
Now that we've gotten the engine, the instrument panel, and the engine starting, that was a big deal, but we also need to get the watermaker fixed. When the watermaker's out, it's not good at all, especially when you got company. People that aren't used to being on a boat and using, even if they don't use a lot of water, you've got twice as many people using water. Anyway, we had to get it fixed. So thankfully, Sonja and James also brought so much stuff. It was just incredible. We really appreciate all that they've done. Amazing guests. They brought a reverse osmosis membrane, ppm particles per million level of our water was creeping up gradually. Multiple things were going on with the watermaker. The watermaker went unattended to for 4 years. Big shout out to Spectra. And now it needs a total makeover. We had to replace the boost pump. If you have a Spectra watermaker, make sure you carry several of these. We replaced the membrane. I'd never done this. Rudy helped me do this. Right now we're working on tightening some of the fittings. Dr. Rudy, he has special education that nobody knows about.
No.
Rudy's over here peeing. Rudy, you're peeing in the water. You're supposed to be working on the watermaker. Look, you've wet your pants.
Exactly, I was too late. I was too late for that.
Hopefully we didn't strip it. Grade silicone. Just when you think you've got it all on the boat, you're told by the expert, ha ha ha.
One slightly
He is using his own here. Special formula.
And then you pour water in?
I think you do, and you put the press on the
Beautiful.
top.
Well, that's very liquid.
Yeah, but it's nice.
But it does the job.
5 minutes is what he said.
Very good. Yeah. Oh, you have to get it in and then pull it up.
Out, and this one. So you have to here one and you have that one.
The pressure fittings have to have tape on, correct?
On this side, yes.
Yeah.
Not on this side.
Okay.
Because here it's closing there.
Absolutely. Okay, gotcha.
But this is the
Yeah,
same.
yeah, yeah.
There's.
That may be one of the problems. So you're hand tightening. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's it, or do you use the wrench also?
No, hand tighten.
Hand tighten. Right.
Before I hand tighten totally,
Yes.
I want to have this a little bit loose that I can align those.
Oh, totally. These all need to be hand tightened so we don't ruin the threads.
Question is it?
I have it tied up here.
I guess I can use that in like.
There it gets a little tricky. And see, you don't want to tighten those too much on that because you'll strip the screws on that soft material. And then this is where these are compression fittings.
I got one suggestion.
Yes.
You better get this on back on the other side.
Oh, Rudy.
Remember, it was underneath there.
Should we get that underneath
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Good eye, man. Way to go, Joe.
Very.
James comes through in the clutch. Good
It was
job,
on the other
James.
side, I remember that.
Oh yeah. Man, you're good. We also put an analog valve to read feed pressure so that we'll get an accurate reading and not just have to rely on the remote touchscreen. The unit down below where the filters are hooked up to, whoever installed it, they did a great job installing it, but they didn't give me enough wire to be able to take the panel off and work on the inside of it and lay it on the ground. Otherwise, it was just hanging from these wires, which is not good. He gave me some extra wire in there, which I'm so grateful for. And then on top of that, we wired up a different flush solenoid, and basically this automatically opens this valve. It allows your fresh water to go through and rinse and wash the membrane. This is crucial for it to last a long time. Another thing that we needed to do is slow down our freshwater feed pump so that it wasn't going to pull salt water up through the seacock and mix it with the flush water. We think that this is the reason why our membrane failed after 5 years. In a perfect world, should never have to replace one. Now, we slowed down that motor using magnets and then tested the exit flush water at the end of the flush and measured it with a portable pen that measured the ppms, and that's supposed to be under 1,000. It was at 250, so it really got all the salt out of the system, which will help the membrane last a lot longer, so we won't have to repeat this again.
Good news, the watermaker's working, the engine panel is functioning, and now we are free to leave Tahiti and head to Moorea. See you next week.